Good morning and welcome to Thought for the Day. But the first thought that comes into my head today is, what am I doing up at this time of the morning? But when Clive Webster asks you to do something, he's a hard man to say no to. So, continuing on from Clive's theme of the spirit of the fruit of goodness, if God wanted to sum up the fruit of the spirit of goodness to all his people, to each one of us as individuals, perhaps Romans 12 verse 21 does just that. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. God is good, and all his works are good. All through the Bible, God is trying to bring his people away from evil towards goodness. The prophets called out, "Let the wicked forsake his way, let him turn to the Lord, and he will have mercy on him." Ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find rest for your soul. Jesus came as the personification of God's goodness, and we are called to live as he did. In Ephesians chapter 5 verse 1, we are commanded, "Be imitators of God, therefore, as dearly loved children." In verses 8 to 10, "For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light. For the fruit of the light consists in all goodness, righteousness and truth, and find out what pleases the Lord." And when I think about these verses, I think of someone who was a walking example of living out those verses. And she was an old woman I knew for many years in my life. And she lived a quiet, simple witness to God, and anyone that met her would just have described her as being a good person. But she had had some very tragic events happen to her, and she had lost members of her family in pretty dreadful circumstances. But she didn't complain, she didn't become bitter, and she didn't self-destruct. She continued in her relationship with God. And this is something that the world wouldn't really notice. There are no books about her life, there are no songs on her struggles, and there is no plaque in her church with her name on it. But she did leave behind her mark, and she left her mark on me. Because in her life, I could see the goodness that God had given her to bear these burdens. And she's one of the reasons that I am a follower of Jesus, because I could see the spirit of goodness in her life. So as we struggle with life and things happen to us, God's goodness in our lives allows others to see the light. Have a good morning.